Dr.R.Poornima lecturer in the Department of Political Science, JMJ College for Women, Tenali. Today we are going to discuss about parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. Let's begin the session. Before we discuss the parliamentary form of government, first we will see what is the meaning of democracy and what are the types of democracy. Okay, here the democracy, the word democracy describes that this is the form of government where the people are more powerful in the government. Okay, so here democracy, the people are more powerful. Okay, they choose their own leader or they themselves govern the administration, they do the administration in that country. Okay, so in the democracy can be classified into two types. One is direct democracy, another one is indirect democracy. Okay, in direct democracy where the people themselves take part in the decision making process. We all know that in the parliament or any set of government, the law making function will be there and implementation function will be there. While in the direct democracy, all the people themselves, the country, the whole country, the people, population themselves, they take part in the decision making process. But this is applicable nowadays only in the small countries. The country likes big countries, it is not possible where the populations are more. If the few members are there, they all can take part in the decision making. So if the country has a more population, they may not have a direct democracy. Okay. So that there is a next type is indirect democracy. Most of the countries we are having indirect democracy. Indirect democracy means people representative. They choose their own leader by way of choosing by voting. They will choose their representative. Those representative, they will govern the government. Okay. So it is the indirect democracy. Many of the countries in nowadays we are having indirect democracy. Okay. In the indirect democracy, further it divided into two types. One is parliamentary form of government, another one is presidential form of government. These two are our main focus today. Okay. One is parliamentary. So in the democracy, it is an indirect democracy. In the indirect democracy, further divided into parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. Okay. First we will see the parliamentary form of government. Okay. So the parliamentary form of best example, we may say that India is the best example for the parliamentary system. But further, that UK is the first country adopted or followed the system of parliamentary system. The first country in the world who followed the parliamentary system. Later only there are many countries like Japan, Canada, India, South Africa, even Pakistan. Those countries are following the system of parliamentary system. Okay, what is the difference, basic difference between the parliamentary system and the presidential system? In parliamentary system, where there is a executive and legislative coexist, that is, executive is more responsible for the legislature. Okay. We all know that there is a three organs, right? Legislative, executive and judiciary. Okay. There the legislative function is to make the law, executive's function is to implement the law. Okay. But in the parliamentary system, executives are responsible for legislature. You understand? Executives are responsible for legislature. While in the presidential form of government, executives are not responsible for the legislature. That is the basic difference between the parliamentary and presidential. Clear? What is that? That in the parliamentary system, executives are more responsible for the legislature. In the presidential form of government, the executives are not responsible for the legislature. Okay. And we have a two set of heads, we can find it in the parliamentary form of government. One is real executive, another one is nominal head and real head, we can say. nominal head, another one is real head. Why? Where it is in the parliamentary form of government. Okay. But here in the presidential form of government, we may find only one head. That is another major difference between the parliamentary and presidential form. Is that clear? Okay. Let us begin the what are the characteristics of the parliamentary form of government. Okay. In the parliamentary form of government, first and foremost character or feature of parliamentary system is, first one is nominal head. Nominal head. As I said here earlier, in the parliamentary set of government, there will be two heads, one is nominal head, another one is real head. Nominal head, we may take India as a example. In nominal head, we have a president. Okay. In the real head, we have a prime minister. Okay. Remember, the nominal head is president, the real head is prime minister. Okay. The nominal head is, we may call also the head of the state. Okay. And the real head is also called head of the government. Okay. Why we are saying nominal and real? According to our constitution, according to a country constitution, for example, in the Indian constitution, the head of the state, chief executive, we may say, the word chief executive is the president only, not a prime minister. So, that is why according to Indian constitution, the chief executive is the nominal head, that is president. Okay. But in reality, that implementation for functioning reality, everything is the prime minister only does the decision making process. Okay. That is why we are having two heads. Okay. He is the head of the government. Is that clear? So, we have a nominal head here. The second point is, the second feature is coordination between the legislature and the executive. As I said earlier, the major difference between the parliamentary and the presidential is the executives and legislative, they coexist. Coexist meaning is the appointment, for example, the ministers in the executives are elected or selected from the legislature itself. Okay. For example, I can say that in the presidential form in USA is the best example for the presidential form. Okay. There the legislative body is different, the ministers are different, executive body, the member of the executives are different. But here in the parliamentary system, the legislative, the executive ministers are selected from the legislative, they are combined, they sit together, they are the combinedly they work. Okay. They coexist and coordinate. That is the second feature in the parliamentary form of government. Then the leadership of the prime minister. The leadership, as I said, he is the head of the government. Okay. So, he will be elected by the people and he is the total in charge for the nation administration and also the implementation, law making, law implementation for both. Prime minister is the in charge for that process. Okay. And he is the elected by the people directly. Okay. So, who will be prime minister? Prime minister basically the majority party, the majority seat which political party gets in the parliament, that political party's head will be the prime minister of the country. Okay. That is the parliament leader of the leadership of the prime minister. Okay. The next point is political homogeneity. Political homogeneity means similarity. Similarities. If the executives and the legislatures both are from the same political party, they may have the political ideology will be the same. Political ideology will be same. There is no contradiction between the legislature and the executive. Clear? When the both parties are having a common ideology and opinion, it is very easy for the government to process the policies. Correct? So, the homogeneity will be there in the parliamentary system of government because the legislator and also the executives belongs to the one political party, majority. As we know that in the parliamentary system, majority party, winning party will form the government, correct? And also the legislators, so called legislators and executive coexist. The executives are already there in the legislative legislature, the parliament. So they are, when there is a homogeneity, it is easy to prepare and make the policy easily when there is no contradiction between ideology. Okay. Next point is membership of the parliament. Membership of the parliament. Here the executives are definitely, they should be a member of the parliament. This one point feature is there in the parliamentary form of government, that the executive members should be the member of parliament. Okay, definitely. If they are not the member, after the selection they should be elected as a member of parliament. Within a short time they should be elected as a member of parliament. So membership of parliament should be there. Okay. Next feature of the parliamentary form of government is the secrecy of the procedure. Secrecy means they maintain some secrecy. Secrecy means regarding the national security, they maintain the policy. So maintain the secrecy. For example, before it comes to our ears, come to public, there will be lot of discussion regarding the national security. They may not tell everything to the public or visible to the public regarding the national security. Okay. Before they take decision, they will discuss themselves for quite some time. Then only after the making a policy only, they will publish it, given to the public. Okay. So when there is a process is going on, regarding any decision on national interest, that decisions will be kept as a secret. Okay. If someone leaks, they will be punished. It's a offense according to the constitution. So when there is a parliamentary system, the secrecy will be maintained, because both the majority parties, all are executive and legislature, both are belongs to same party. So it is easy to maintain the secrecy in the parliamentary system. That is the another point. Next point is collective responsibility. Collective responsibility means, here in the parliamentary form of government, another important feature, that executive and legislature both are collectively responsible for the decision what they make in the parliament. Okay, it's not that only the legislator responsible. As I said in the initially itself, the difference between them is the executives are responsible for legislature, correct? So all the ministers in the parliament, all the, not only prime minister alone not responsible, the ministers, cabinet minister, everybody combinedly responsible for the decision whatever they make. Okay. So what if it is goes wrong, anything goes wrong, we cannot, all the ministers are responsible for their decision. While in the same way we can compare this with the presidential form of government, where there is, if something goes wrong, the total blame goes to the legislature only, any one party, because executive body is different, legislative body is different. Okay. Here it is not possible, all the ministers are responsible for their decision. Okay. Then individual responsibility. Here in the parliamentary form of government, not only the collective responsible and also individual responsibility. Individual responsibility, why we are calling individual responsibility, meaning is the opposition party will be there. Opposition party will be, they will keep watching the party, what the political party is doing in the parliament, what is the government is doing. If even one makes mistake, there is a chance for putting that person, remove that person from that seat. Okay. So individual responsibility, not only the collective responsibility, they have an individual responsibility also, so that they will maintain their seat in the parliament. Okay. If he or she, the ministers, makes wrong decision or makes violation, definitely he will be removed from the seat. So, that is why they will be more responsible. Okay. So, individually also they are responsible. Okay. Next feature is executives are subordinate to the legislature. Okay. Though the executives are responsible for the legislature, they are subordinate to the legislature. The legislature function, the organ is the first priority. Below the legislator only the executives will be functioning. Okay. That is the next characteristics or features. Okay. Next one is 10th point is dissolution of the lower house. Lower house is the, according to Indian constitution, the lower house is the more powerful here, correct, but we can dissolve the lower house with the recommendation of the prime minister. Who can do? Only the president can do the dissolve, means cancel the house, cancel the total house. Again, this can be done by the president on the recommendation of the prime minister only. Okay. But again, when the lower house members are removed, again through election only other set of minister will be elected. Okay. So, dissolution of lower house is possible only by the president, that is a nominal head. Okay. The last feature of the parliamentary form of government is sound and effective oppositions. Opposition means that party apart from the majority party, the other political parties who own the seats which they have less seats, they are called as a opposition party. They also eligible to sit in the parliament, they also possibly take part in the decision making. Is that clear? So, when they are in the decision making process, they have openly say their opinion, they have a right to say their opinion. It is not that only the winning party, the majority seat people, they will make a decision. While making the laws in the parliament, even the opposition parties will be there. So, they may give the exact what is the feeling of the other political party and also what is the public opinion. Okay. So, there it is like the ruling party, it is not that they have a power, they just can make any decision, not like that. They will be like a watchdog. The opposition parties be like a watchdog. Whatever the ruling party is doing, they will be watching and giving a criticism or making some suggestions or whatever. Okay. So, this is the good way of making a policy, correct. So, this is the last point of the feature of the parliamentary form of government. Okay. So, having a opposition is the sound and effective administration. Okay. Okay. Let us see what are the merits of the parliamentary form of government, merits, advantages. Okay. The first one is harmony between the executive and the legislator. Harmony means they have a peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Harmony means peacefully they will do. Since as I said, the executives and legislatives both are from the same political party, correct. So, they will have common understanding for common ideology. So, always there is a chance for only furthering the policies. They will not have a quarrel or a fight between because of their ideology. They always have a same ideology, that the decision making process will be very smooth. That is the one of the main advantage of the parliamentary system. Okay. Then second one is it will curb the autocracy. Autocracy means being more powerful, more powerful. Here also we cannot say that single person is more powerful here. Here also the parliamentary set of government, the prime minister said to be a more powerful, prime minister not alone. Prime minister and cabinet ministers. Cabinet ministers will be there. Along with them, prime minister are included the executive system. Okay. So, here not a single person is more powerful. Okay. They have to discuss with the others. Okay. And also when there is a lot of opposition parties also sitting there, so they will be watching. So, there is no point of being more powerful in the parliament. Okay. So, autocracy is more powerful. It is not there is nobody can be in the parliamentary system. Okay. The next point is government by able and experienced person. Okay. Able and experienced person means, for example, the prime minister candidate, it is not that all of sudden he become directly a prime minister. It is not like that. Through proper many years experience, he must have joined as a normal member, slowly taken one step by step lower cadre positions, later he gets a experience, then later he become a prime minister. Okay. With the vast experience only he become a prime minister candidate. Okay. So, it is not that without any experience they are becoming the candidate or ministers. Okay. Through properly with the vast experience only they are becoming. That is also one of the advantage in the parliamentary system. Okay. Next one is responsible government. Responsible government here. The parliamentary system is said to be a responsible government because they will be they are elected by the people. Okay. And also they are responsible for the people. Okay. Public opinion, they will take into consider the public opinion. They always have a discussion about what is the public opinion about the policy. It is not that they will take a decision and implement. Okay. Before implementing, they do consider the public opinion in the parliamentary system. So, and also if anything goes wrong, they are more responsible. Okay. So, these are the criteria they have been following. So, they are more responsible government in the parliamentary system. We may say that is more responsible. Okay. Then swiftness in decisions. It means they can change the decision according to the environment. It is not that they are very rigid. Okay. They can change the decisions according to the circumstances, situations. Okay. It is possible in the parliamentary form of government. Okay. Swiftness means they can change the decisions. See, for today we may have one policy or rule that may not be applicable, not possible in the next year. In that situation, they have to change their policy according to the situation. Okay. In the parliamentary system, it is easy to change or adopt according to the environment or situations. Okay. That is the swiftness in the decision. They may change the decisions. Okay. Next point is flexibility is assured. It is also clubbing with the previous point that flexibility. Flexibility means in the Indian constitution features, we have seen that India constitution is flexible and also rigid. It means flexible means it is easy to change. It is easy to change the policies. Okay. So, it is possible in the parliamentary form of government. Okay. Next one is alternate government. Alternate government. In the alternate government, meaning is there is a opposition party. I said a strong opposition party will be there. Okay. Yes, in the strong opposition party, if the ruling party is losing the majority, again they will be having a election. There will be a election and again the party may come. Okay. And the next point is responsive to public opinion. Responsive to the public opinion. Okay. So, responsive, they are in the parliamentary system, they are more responsible to the public opinion. I said no, they are responsible, fully responsible for the they have to consider what is their opinion of the people, what is the opinion, what is the feeling of the people on regarding their policies, obviously these all the policies are meant for the general public. Okay, if we don't get the public opinion, they may not accept it later. If you are not force them to accept also. In the parliamentary, it's a democratic country, so here they have to consider the public opinion also. Okay, while making any law, they have to consider public opinion also. Okay, next advantage is pulse of nation accurately felt. Pulse means nation's interest, what is the country need exactly, what is a pulse, we may say no pulse. Pulse means that heartbeat, the pulse, that is the country's pulse will be considered, will be felt in the parliamentary form of government, they are telling. Okay, so it meaning is they will consider all the people while making the decisions. Okay, they cannot leave one particular group or a place while making the decision. They have to consider and they have to give importance to all the people in the country. Okay, the national pulse will be felt in the parliamentary form of government. Okay, as we said, they are representative, people's representative, correct? That's why. Okay, and the last one advantage, immense educative value. Educative value means they will educate the people. Educating, it's nothing but they will inform the political ideologies. For example, apart from the political science people, we may think that nobody know about politics. No, it's not like that. Everybody know about political parties and their functions. Why? Because they are teaching them, they are propagating their ideology. For example, before their election, what the political parties are doing, they will come and propagate their ideology, correct? In that way, every citizen of the country, they will come to know what kind of ideology, what kind of policies they are having. Okay, first. Second, after they become a party, they become a government also, after every decisions, they are informing to the people only. They are informing, well informed. We have a rule that they have to inform to the people. As a citizen, you have a full right to know about all the decisions, correct? So this is the educating the people. So in the parliamentary form of government, the government is educating the people regarding the policies and also political ideology. Okay. Till here we are completing the advantage of parliamentary form of government. Let us see what are the demerits or disadvantage of parliamentary system. Okay. The first point they are telling that the theory of separation of power is violated. We will have a separate unit regarding the theory of separation of power, where Montesquieu's ideology says that executive, legislature and judiciary, all the three should be separated, so that when there is no link between the three, then the government, then the democracy will function smoothly according to them. But according to Montesquieu, okay, that is a theory of separation of power. In India, do we have that separation of power? No, no. Even in the parliamentary set of government, we don't have that system, because executives are part of the legislature. Okay, they coexist. You cannot separate them. Okay, so this is the disadvantage, that it is violating the theory of separation of power. Okay, then second one is unstable government. Second one is unstable government. As I said, that executives are not fixed term. Okay, executives are not fixed term. While in the presidential form of government, the executives are fixed term. 5 years means 5 years they will stay. Nobody can, other than impeachment, I will tell later. Okay, other than impeachment, you cannot remove the prime minister president from that executives, the executive not remove, but here it is possible to remove on the notion of no confidence, they go for a voting, then they will remove. Even the lower house also can be removed, as I said, the president have a power to remove the lower house itself, okay, it is possible. So, and also if it is the coalition government where there are 2-3 political parties join together, then form a government, when they lose their majority, they will dissolve, again there will be next election, okay. So, there is a no fixed term for the government in the parliamentary system. So, that is why they are telling it is unstable government, okay. Next one is executives becomes the autocratic. Autocratic means, as I said, it is a more powerful. Obviously, executives here more powerful because nobody can question them, because the legislatives also they have same political party, okay. The same political party, they will not ask much questions, ask like different, if they are, imagine legislatives are totally different, okay. So, there the lack of questioning the executives will be less, will be there. So, executives becomes the autocratic, more powerful in the parliamentary system, okay. Next one is government by amateurs. Amateur means correct. Yeah, as we said, education qualification, these government ministers are, if we say their experience and education qualification may not be sufficient to the post, okay. So, they may not have correct and exact qualification for the post, they may have little, maybe less, okay. So, in that way sometimes it leads to misguide the policy, misguide the government also. So, that is why they are telling there is a more possibility of government by amateurs. Amateur means not a fully strength, having a mentally and also the educational wise they are meaning. The meaning is educate, the qualification they are meant to be, okay. Next disadvantage is unfit for emergencies. Emergency situations. In emergency situation, they may according no, here they are telling it is a demerit. In emergency, in advantage also we saw that quick decision making they can make, because executive and legislators are same party, they make quick decision also. But same point they are putting it here also, they are telling it is not possible, they are unfit for emergencies, they may not, they may delay, they may not fit to take decision during the emergency, they are telling, that is also possible, okay. Next point is no continuity, consistency of policy. Continuity means today we are the one political party is making a decision, we may have so many experience in our history of the country also. One political party will make a decision, if before it completes the policy implement, if it dissolves or complete the tenure, if the next political party comes, definitely they will not carry out the previous party's policies, they will totally stop the policy and they will go for the another new policy. So, the policy's consistency will be dropped there, that is one of the major drawback in the parliamentary system, okay. There will be no continuity or consistency in the policy making, okay. Next one is bureaucratic dictatorship. As I said, the qualification of the ministers will be very less. So, while making any policies or decision, they totally depend upon the bureaucrats. Bureaucrat means the IAS officers, educated qualified persons will be assisting the ministers to make a decision, any decision. The experts, the so called experts are bureaucrats only, okay. When most of the cases what happens, the ministers will be a puppets of the bureaucrats. The bureaucrats start taking the dominant power in that decision making. That is also possible in the parliamentary form, that is that one of the drawback. Next one is interest of the nation is ignored. interest of the party will given more priority to the interest of the nation, correct. As I said earlier also, interest of the nation will be pulse of the nation, like that we said in the advantage. Here what happened is, in practically if we observe, they will give more importance to the political parties ideology, their own interest rather than the nation interest. That is also possible, and this is another drawback or a disadvantage of the parliamentary form. Okay. Next one is tyranny of the majority party. Majority party, yes, there is a majority party is ruling. What they will do? They will obviously they will make more favorable decisions for their own people. Okay, their own people. That is the another disadvantage. Okay. Then no harmony they are telling. As I said, harmony, same harmony is there when we are discussing the advantages. In practical, it is supposed to be in some cases harmony will be not there between the executives and the legislature because of their priority, who is a big person, like that they will get a priority and they will not have a proper peaceful making of decisions. Okay. Okay. The next one is political homogeneity harmful. Okay. When there is a homogeneity, means same political party will be there, that is also not a good favorism to the nation or the parliament. Okay. When there is a homogeneity is there, only one particular angle of decisions will be there, there is no another side of thinking will not be there. So, that is also harmful for the system. Okay. The next one is negative role of opposition. Negative role of opposition. The opposition is most of the time it acts like a watchdog, it actually a good decision, means good part of parliamentary system is having a good oppositions. Okay. Sometimes what happen, it becomes a negative also for decision making. For example, if the ruling party makes wrong decision, if the opposition raise the voice, it is okay, good. What about the ruling party making correct decision for the country, still they are voicing out negatively. Again, for everything if they voice out you are doing wrong, it happens like they cannot make a decision. They may delay the decision. As I said, opposition parties also there in the parliament to give the vote, to make the policy. If the opposition parties are not supporting the decisions, it will delay. Okay. So, that is why they are telling negative role of opposition. Got it? Opposition, having opposition is a good for the parliamentary system. When they are playing a negative role, the saying that whatever the ruling party decision is continuously, if they are opposing, their role become a negative role. Okay. This is another drawback of the parliamentary form of government. Okay. Thank you. Here we are finishing the first point, parliamentary form of government. In next session, we will continue with the presidential form of government. Thank you.